Boy, Heavy Starch, coming to you talking about attachment. Recently modded, got it from Fury Fire G.I. Joe Retaliator Blaster, the Fury Fire Target Blaster. So what I did was I took the attachment, like the way it looked, you know what I'm saying? So I took it, and what I did was I mounted a Spy Gear 360-degree Panosphere camera. It's detachable, got it mounted, and then also put a side bolt on the side because the attachments are notoriously unstable. So that's like a set screw right there. And then I have doing this one-handed. Got an LED mounted inside there. Battery's kind of weak, left it on, but it looks cool. Button cell batteries inside here. You know, you can change those out. And so I got the camera so you could film battles or whatever and change the settings on the camera. So you can have do still pictures, you know, 1 every 3 seconds and, you know, the 360-degree view. So like that, had a few questions about the Stryfe. Okay. I got the stock, and the stock is from my old Recon. And what I use, the metal bars right here. Okay. Like I said, I inserted these in here, used 2-part epoxy plus a set screw, you know, stable. This is filled with hot glue and 2-part epoxy, so it's not going anywhere. It's metal, you know, metal, so it doesn't have that flex. Then you recognize this is the Spectre front attachment, and left the orange and flat black with flat black clear. Now, the one thing I've been getting questions about was got into an argument with somebody on some stupid ass forum. But anyway, this is wired in a series, 9-volt, which with it wired in series, the two 9-volts, if you wire in series, then you get 18 volts, but the runtime is cut in half. Okay, so something like, I don't know the mathematical equation, but the runtime in hours is down dramatically. But you know, depends on what kind of 9-volt battery you use. So basically, that's 18 volts. Now, I could have ran the batteries in parallel, which would be 9 volts, because you got the same voltage running over the 2 batteries, which doubles the life of each battery, but it's still only 9 volts, but the batteries last longer. But you don't get that burst of power. Now, my Stryfe, I've heard other people's Stryfes, and I've heard coupes and stuff, and yeah, they kind of loud. Actually, mine really isn't that loud, but due to the fact that I don't really have any problem with the motors or overtaxing the motors, took the thermal resistors off them. But what I did was, like I said in another video, I took the shell and I took craft foam and I insulated the shell, and it did make a difference on the sound. You know, it didn't overheat the motors, but it did cut down on the vibration and doesn't have that hollow sound. So it's got like a buzzing sound. It's a lot quieter. Now, my other Stryfe right here doesn't have any batteries in it. Like I said, this is running off 9 volts. It's an older one. I'm doing something else to it. Took the rails off of it and called this one the Red Dog. Had this one quite a while. This one is way noisier than the orange Stryfe, but this is the blue Stryfe. But I have noticed that they upgraded the motors, and that red Stryfe, when it was blue, it didn't have that little plastic attachment that slows the darts down. So, you know, your rate of fire is cut down when you don't mod and remove that. That blue one never came with that. So this is Heavy Starch. Like I say, just talking about the attachment and answering a few questions as the voltage and how I ran it on the orange Stryfe. I'm eventually get rid of this. I took the camera off the grip because the picture wasn't, you know, camera picture really wasn't up to par. But up here it looks perfect. And then when you look through the sight, you know what I'm saying? Basically what the sight sees, the camera sees. So it's 360-degree Panosphere camera from Spy Gear. This is Heavy Starch. Don't hate, congratulate, peace. And like to say, shout out to Nerf Brisbane, my boy Triple B, little brother Psych, Jodacast, of course, and Andu. I can't pronounce your last name, but that dude is off the chain, you know. So if I missed anybody, like I said, don't hate, congratulate, and happy Cinco de Mayo. Peace.